Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Evolution Cup, showcasing another very powerful team featuring Haunter. Haunter on the lead. Haunter is very squishy, which I believe is why it's not seen as much in this meta. The squishiness, I think, deters a lot of people, but my goodness, if you know how to manage its health, it can be quite powerful, particularly on the lead. And also on this team, we've got Dragonair. Dragonair on the safe swap with this double dragon backline. It is here to draw out a potential ice type like Sealeo or Piloswine, because it can fight back. It has very strong neutral coverage across the board. You'll want to draw out that ice type so that our back Pokemon coming in the form of Zweilous does not have to see it. It is also quite powerful, able to grab a shield advantage or flip switch if you play it correctly. And speaking of Zweilous, as mentioned in the back, to close the game strong, Haunter and Zweilous complement each other beautifully. Haunter protects Zweilous from the counter users, and Zweilous can just put in work and close the game strong, protecting Haunter from opposing ghost types. I've got to say, I tried Evolution Cup day one when it first dropped. I did not have fun, but things turned around with this team right here, and here we go. Positive lead, actually, guys. This is a good lead for us. They have to land a bulldoze to have any hope of perhaps winning lead here. So we're going to go for the neutral ice punch. Hits like a truck, does about 40% of Vigoroth's health. And they are at a potential bulldoze, so this is worth a shield. That one shots, we're not willing to give that to them, and they aggressively swap into a Dusclops. So this is why we run Shadow Punch. That's all you need in this meta. Haunter hits so hard that is truly all you need. So we pressure a shield and make the play into Zweilous. So we want Zweilous here because we don't want it on Vigoroth. We know that this has Ice Punch, but let's be honest, guys. Dusclops hits like a wet noodle. This thing does not hit hard at all, and we easily tank two of these ice punches that do hit for super effective, and they still cannot farm down. So what we're going to do is go right for this Dark Pulse and either win switch or get a shield advantage for Haunter. So that is beautiful, and these hexes are resisted. They cannot farm down, forced to throw energy. This is even better. We leave this with the shield advantage, and Zweilous is off the board, so we're not giving that Vigoroth any unnecessary farm. And we were just one Shadow Claw off from the Shadow Punch. We don't want to take any unnecessary hex damage, because again, running Haunter, it's all about managing the health, guys. And they've got a Sealeo in the back, so Haunter is where the win condition lies here. Gonna throw Dragonair in here to get off as much damage as possible with Body Slams and Dragon Breath. And speaking of Body Slam, they rip off a Body Slam of their own. Sealeo can be quite spammy and can get out of control if you don't manage it effectively. And we are going to fire back with a Body Slam of our own. They make an aggressive play back into that Vigoroth, and we are going to take it out with a Body Slam. Dragonair, much like Dragonite, hits like a truck. Doesn't quite KO, but one Dragon Breath does the trick, and we only give them one additional Powder Snow's worth of farm. Gonna let this go. This is just the Body Slam. That's double resisted. Running Haunter, it's all about knowing what you can take and what you cannot take. And because we got that shield advantage with Zweilous, we are saying bye-bye to the Sealeo, and Haunter coming in clutch. One shield flexing on the Sealeo to close the game strong. Good game, well played. You guys will notice a theme with these battles. Running this team, it's all about knowing what damage you can take, also knowing your counts. So here we go. Charge a Bug. Whenever I see this, I'm thinking team number 2 from my top 5 best teams for the Evolution Cup. And they bring in a Sealeo. So if you're unfamiliar with my top 5 best teams, team 2 runs Charge a Bug, Sealeo, and Vigoroth. So we see the Sealeo. That's 2 out of 3. I'm almost positive this is Team 2. So we look to CMP tie them to their next Body Slam and go for a Body Slam of our own here, and they do shield, so that's fine. So what we're going to do, take the shield advantage, let this Body Slam go here, and I don't believe we will make it to another move. Oh, they don't go for the farm down. They throw immediately, so that's even better. We'll take that 100%. Dragonair did the job, got the shield advantage. Got them to dump all of their energy. So now what we can do is farm this thing all the way down to Funky Town just as they're getting to a potential Aurora Beam. They come back in with Charge-a-Bug. We go into our Zweilous to draw out the Vigoroth. It's confirmed. This is Team 2, 100%. Shouts to them for checking out the channel. So we're sacrificing Zweilous here. We wanted to draw this out. And we're not going to shield anything because Haunter, with a shield advantage, absolutely lays waste to the entire meta. So we do get the final shield, and we put in tremendous work with our Dragon Breaths. Not going to mess around with the Vigoroth here. Going to go for the Ice Punch. Doesn't quite KO. And I don't believe we'll farm down. So what we're going to do is look to CMP tie them to the potential Bulldoze. Again, guys, running this team, knowing what you can take, we take out the Vigoroth there, and knowing your counts, because all three of these Pokemon have a very good chance of winning CMP tie up against the entire meta. They go Discharge, so it doesn't look like they're running Crunch, but it doesn't make a difference at this point. Again, running Haunter, it's all about managing the health on this squishy yet hard-hitting Pokemon. And this is just an X-Scissor, so all we have to do is shield this. Yes, it is resisted, heavily resisted, but the sparks would add up. And after shielding that, we make it to this Shadow Punch, and you guys all know we are saying bye-bye to the Charge-a-Bug. And Haunter has come in clutch yet again, closing the game in dominant fashion. That's going to be a good game, well played. Oh, this Haunter team was absolutely putting in work in the Evolution Cup. It was a lot of fun as well for reasons like this, guys. Another Vigoroth lead. Shocker! A Vigoroth lead, would you know it? So this is fine. As we all know, we do win this. It's actually a lot closer than you would like for it to be, but that is absolutely fine. We still win nonetheless. We tanked the first Body Slam. That was very interesting. They're not even bothering to build up to the Bulldoze. So gonna go for this Ice Punch here, and knowing that they are resigned to just going straight Body Slam here, we're fine just to let this go, guys. At the end of the day, we are a Ghost type, and these Body Slams are double resisted. So again, it's about knowing what Haunter can take, guys, and we are triple resisting this fast move pressure. So gonna look to just CMP tie them all the way here. Going for another Ice Punch and threatening the win lead if they don't shield. And they shielded there. So I thought that they were just gonna lose lead here, but they're actually fighting to win lead, which was astounding to me. So gonna look to CMP tie, or go for, we're gonna throw on 4. Knowing that they're fighting for lead, either win lead here or try and catch the Body Slam, but they decided to maybe go for a farm down. I don't know why they would not throw. But that's fine. We're gonna tank this Body Slam. We tanked that quite comfortably. And they've got a Piloswine in the back. So we had the energy lead going for the Aqua Tail. This is why Dragonair can be so effective in this meta. Hits for super effective, does half of its health, and I don't believe we will make it to another one. And that is absolutely fine. So what we can do here is farm this Piloswine down with our Zweilous. Yes, we are taking super effective fast move damage, but it's the charge moves that really count with a Pokemon that hits as hard as Piloswine. And we do get the farm down there, not making it to another move. And oh, they were ABA weak to a Ghost type like Haunter. No wonder they were fighting so hard for that lead. So what we're gonna do here, throw this Body Slam. We've got a move stored and look to combo play this Machoke here. Over-tapped a little bit. Glad they didn't catch that, but we do combo play successfully, and we farm down with double resisted Shadow Claws. Oh my goodness, this team was putting in the work. Good game, well played. I woke up this morning, I was thinking, what league do I want to go into? I said, you know what, let me try Evolution Cup again. Threw this team together and had a blast, and here we go, Golbat lead. So, gonna go for this Ice Punch. This is where that update for Haunter with Ice Punch comes in so clutch. This basically one-shots Golbat, forcing a very early shield here. And they only did 7 wing attacks. You need 8 for Shadow Ball, not shielding a double resisted Poison Fang. We tank that and we swap into Dragonair to clear that debuff, effectively making them waste all that energy. And they do go for another Poison Fang there. Not quite going to farm down, so we don't want to have to give up a shield or tank another debuffed Poison Fang. So I'm going to throw the Body Slam here and take out the Golbat. They could have shielded, and if they had, that would have been absolutely fine as well. They've got a Dusclops in the back, so this is fine. This is where Aqua Tail comes in clutch here, able to do some nice neutral damage. It does not have stab, but again, Dragonair hits pretty darn hard, and we grab a shield from probably the tankiest Pokemon in the meta. That was very interesting. They tried to go for an aggressive farm down. These good PvP IVs coming in clutch, allowing us to get off another Body Slam. Any bit of damage you can get on a Pokemon as tanky as Dusclops is always very helpful. They're going to go for a Ice Punch here, and again, hits like a wet noodle, does no damage. That's super effective, but you would never know as it is coming from a Dusclops. They did have two, and we don't want to tank two of those. They've got a Vigoroth in the back, so we're going to throw Haunter in here to get off as much damage as possible, and we threw on the CMP. Again, knowing your counts in this meta and managing health is key to running this team. That is beautiful. They can throw this Body Slam all they want. Gonna let this go and put the hope and faith into Zweilous, guys. We are taking super effective, but we also hit like a truck. There are 3 heavy hitters on this team. We get to this, and we're saying bye-bye to the Vigoroth. And now all we have to do is shield up their Ice Punch here, and it is nighty-night, sleep tight for this Dusclops here. And yeah, it does go down to the Dragon Breath, and Zweilous doing what it is here to do, and that is close the game strong. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh, I most certainly brought my A game to the Evolution Cup, taking out these teams with tactical precision. You'll love to see it. We had a good lead there, Vigoroth, and they make a play in the Marshtomp. This threw me off a little bit. Took a minute to react, and we do end up catching what should be a Mud Bomb here onto Zweilous. Gonna align Zweilous here. This is the alignment, knowing that they have a Vigoroth. And they're gonna go for another move here. I do believe it is just another Mud Bomb, and we tank another Mud Bomb, no problem. They're going to struggle to farm down. So we're going to go for the Body Slam here and see what they want to do. If they want to give up a shield, that is absolutely fine. We are not willing to do that ourselves, but no, they want to give us Switch and likely look to come in and get ahead on energy with that Vigoroth. That is exactly what they do. Not able to make it to another move, but that is absolutely fine. We've got loaded energy because we loaded up on that Marshtomp. Gonna go for the Ice Punch here on the Vigoroth. As we all saw, it does about 40% of Vigoroth's health, and they are now starting to shield. Going for Ice Punch number 2. There's no need to shield the first Ice Punch. I don't know why. They might have been afraid of a potential Sludge Bomb. That's probably why. And they've got a Dusclops remaining in the back. So again, this is where Shadow Punch comes in so clutch. You just thoroughly outpace if you run Shadow Punch. Going for it here. And they shield. That is beautiful. We want to get off some damage to make this a little bit easier for Dragonair. Dragonair is where the win condition now lies. These hexes are really starting to add up, so we're going to throw this Shadow Punch, do a big super effective damage, and look to farm this thing down before they can get to a move. Sniping them right off the field. They go down with energy, and we tank a Body Slam, no problem. We could tank another one as well, but we're not going to because I want to be a good example for those of you watching. Please do use your shields. Let's get in the habit of using our shields. I really don't like seeing trainers go down with 2 shields. That is an absolute travesty, and what's also a travesty is this Vigoroth is going to go down, but they don't want to stick around to see their fate play out. They force close the app. Doesn't make a difference. Same result either way. Good game, well played to them. I am telling you guys, if you have access to all 3 of these Pokemon, and I know there's a good chance that many of you do, you might want to give this team a try. And here we go, Leo. This is exactly where you want to see it if you've got 2 dragons in the back. This is a fine matchup for Haunter. Gonna just play to the CMP tie as they get to a potential Aurora Beam. And we grab the shield, likely thinking that it was a potential Shadow Ball, which would one-shot for sure. I'm gonna let this go. Calling the bait successfully, just a double resisted Body Slam, and gonna throw on the CMP tie to the next Body Slam here. Haunter putting in work, putting on a masterclass on the lead here up against this Leo, and now we can just let this go. Haunter did the job, got it within a manageable health range, and now we're going to aggressively swap in the Dragonair and farm it down before they can even make it to another move. That was beautiful. We have the shield advantage and the energy advantage, and those powder snows did not do too much super effective damage to us. They come in with a Shadow Dusclops, so we're going to fire off the Aqua Tail here, and they can definitely tank this. As we all know, Dusclops about as tanky as it gets for this Evolution Cup meta. And going to fire off Aqua Tail number 2 here and really put the pressure on this Dusclops here. And they let it go. That is beautiful. We will let the potential Ice Punch go and put the hope and faith into our Zweilous to bring it home for us. That does take us out because it is a Shadow, and they will not make it to another move in time. And now we will see they've got a Hakomo here. So, okay. We are not concerned, well, we should be, but we're not concerned with these Dragon Tails because we have the shield advantage. And they go Brick Break. That was interesting. You definitely want to be going Dragon Claw. It is the more energy efficient move, but it is a moot point because all we needed was back-to-back Body Slams. We've got the back-to-back. Grabbing the shield with Body Slam 1 and Body Slam 2 will be sealing the deal as we say bye-bye to the Hakomo and Zweilous coming in clutch yet again, closing the game strong. Good game, well played. Tactical efficiency rules the day with this Haunter team. And here we go, another Charger Bug. So again, like with last Charger Bug, thinking this could be Team 2, seeing a Celio, thinking even more that it could as we simul swap. So gonna let this Body Slam go here and look to just maybe get a shield advantage if at all possible. Gonna throw on the CMP here and go for a Body Slam of our own. So that was the CMP. We will likely not get the shield advantage, but that is absolutely fine. What we can do is let this go and preserve the shields, keep them even, come in with our Haunter, and perhaps go for a farm down here. Yeah, we will get this farm down. Gonna have to tank a Body Slam in the process. But again, guys, it's all about knowing what Haunter can take and what Haunter cannot take. What we can take is certainly double resisted damage coming in the form of a Body Slam, and we do get that farm down. And they've got another Ice type, so not quite team number 2 from my top 5 best teams, but a variation with Piloswine in the place of Vigoroth. They do let that Shadow Punch go. That was very risky. That could have been a Shadow Ball. But we will go for another one and grab a shield here and try and get as many of these Shadow Claws in as we can, putting this within a nice farm down range for our Zweilous. We're not concerned with the super effective fast move pressure from Piloswine. We are concerned with the charge moves that would one-shot. And they've got that Charger Bug remaining. So now it's getting a little close for comfort here. Gonna let this go. It is an X Scissor, which is super effective with our dark typing. But as you can see, we tank that no problem. And what we really need to do is pull off a bait. We need to successfully bait with a Body Slam because one Body Slam will not get the job done, and we are not making it to another one. So gonna go for the bait here. We have to bait successfully to pull this off, and we do. We will outpace to the next move, which will be a Dark Pulse here. And this has Stab, and Zweilous hits like a truck. We're saying bye-bye to the Charger Bug, and this Mamoswine will not make it to another move in time. Dragon Breath, too OP for that Piloswine. Good game, well played to our opponent. I've got to say, guys, it's not often that I get to use my rank 1 Haunter. So nice. I was not going to pass up on this opportunity here. And here we go. Celio lead again. If you're going to be met with one of these, this is exactly where you want to see it, on the lead with Haunter here. And now I was a bit concerned that they would go right for that Aurora Beam, but they do not. They bait and dip into a Vigoroth. And we have loaded energy, so we will unleash and dispose of that energy onto this Vigoroth here. And yeah, just go for the 2 Ice Punches and try to catch a potential Body Slam on the Dragonair. That's the plan here. Excuse me. We do not successfully catch. That is okay. And they're going to go for a Body Slam here. We tank that no problem, and we can actually farm down before they can make it to a second one. That's the beauty of having dragons with Dragon Breath with Stab. Going to look to CMP tie this Celio here to a Body Slam here and do some nice neutral damage to a pretty tanky Pokemon. And they know how tanky they are, so they do let that go. And their Body Slam does not KO, but we will not make it to a move in time, giving them an extra Powder Snow. So we are keeping track of that. Gonna look to CMP tie them to their next Body Slam here. going for this Shadow Punch and see if we can grab a shield from this Celio, and we do. So that is beautiful. The shields are now even, and we will let this Body Slam go. It does not KO. Gonna aggressive swap in this Zweilous. They had the same idea. They've got a Dusclops in its shadow form running Feint Attack, which was very interesting to see. Whether it's Feint Attack or Hex, it is still resisted, and we do tank that Ice Punch, no problem. We cannot tank a second one, however, because this is a Shadow. Gonna go for a Body Slam bait, grabbing that final shield. That is exactly what we needed, because although these Dragon Breaths are digging in, getting it into the red, a Body Slam will still not quite get the job done. So we needed to successfully bait there, shielding up everything from here on out, and we get to this Dark Pulse. Oh, I'm telling you, this team was putting in work. We say bye-bye to the Dusclops, and that Celio is energy dry. They are not making it to another move. We Dragon Breath down. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. So glad I decided to go into the Evolution Cup this morning with this team. It was a lot of fun and quite effective, as we have seen throughout this video. But here we go, Dusclops on the lead here. The question is if they're running Shadow Punch, because I have been seeing that quite a bit, and it's very problematic if they are not running the recommended Poltergeist, because they can keep up with the pacing here, and a Shadow Punch, even from a Dusclops, is quite meaningful. So we have to tread lightly here. They are running the Shadow Punch. That makes this matchup a lot more problematic for Haunter, which is why a lot of people are beginning to run it, as I suggested in the last Evolution Cup. So good to see people taking the advice here. And yeah, we are playing out the 2 shield. We want to get rid of this Dusclops. Not sure what they have in the back. That's why we're trying to win lead here and control the alignment. In hindsight, we probably should have aggressively swapped into our safe swap, because now we see that they have a Celio, and this is not looking good because shields are down on both ends. And they can get to an Aurora Beam, which has stab. Awful move, but hits for super effective up against our Dragonair. And they snipe with a Vigoroth. This is lights out. Not the right team for us. Gonna save everyone some time. Not a whole lot we could have done there, to be completely honest. So good game, well played to them. And that is the team, my friends. How about this Haunter team in the Evolution Cup? I'm telling you, this team is high octane. All 3 of these Pokemon hit very hard, especially in this Evolution Cup meta, and hopefully I was able to demonstrate how to properly play with Haunter, guys. If you can manage its health, knowing what it can and cannot take, and knowing your counts, you will have a lot of success with Haunter. It is a very good Pokemon. You just have to manage it appropriately, and the team, all the moving parts work together beautifully as Haunter protects our closer, Zweilous, from the Vigoroths, and Zweilous in the Ice types to an extent doesn't resist Ice type damage, but it can still put in work on the Ice types, as we saw. And both of our Dragon users in the back put in work tremendously, because Dragon Breath with stab absolutely shreds. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.